Nam Mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Dear Venerable Sangha members, dear Dhamma friends, warmest greeting and host of blessing to you all. Welcome to Weekly English Buddhic News, presented by Department of Information and Communication of Kamau Buddhist Sangha. Each week, we bring you remarkable Buddhist activities and compassionate endeavors taking place across the province, creating the lives of Dharma into our communities. Let us now take a look at this week's highlights. Lay devotees offer rainbows and lower season candles at Bufferang Temple, Cái Giá Chót. Gositaram Temple, Chùa Cù Lao solemnly performs the Vasa entering ceremony. Groundbreaking ceremony for Nhân Duyên Bridge number 5 in Yarai Ward. Goldstone Temple launches construction of a community crematorium. Dharma talks on 6 harmonious principles at Vĩnh Temple. Veneration of Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, the compassion of Mẹ Nam Hải radiates across the sea and sky. A day of peace, retreat and basic Buddhist studies class number 217 at Long Phước Temple. Compassionate Companionship Program number 124 organized by Pháp Quang Hermitage. Monastic delegations offer alms to summer retreat monasteries. Provincial Party Committee delegation visits Long Phước Monastery during the rains retreat. On July 10th, a large gathering of lay devotees offer rain verbs, candles, and essential requisites to support the Sangha during the Vasa retreat. Most Venerable Tăng Savong presided over the ceremony, offering teachings on the significance of the retreat season.
On the morning of July 10, 2025, a large gathering of lay Buddhists took place at Bufferam Temple, Cái Giá Chót, in Hưng Hội Commune to respectfully offer rain robes, lower season candles, and other requisites in support of Chư Tôn Đức during the Vasa retreat. The ceremony was presided over the Most Venerable Tăng Savong, abbot of the temple, who received the offering. In accordance with the Theravada Khmer Buddhist tradition, the Vasa retreat extends from the 15th day of the 6th lunar month to the 15th day of the 9th lunar month. During this event, 4 devotees committed to offer rain robes, while many lay followers contributed candles and other essential items. The lower season candles remain lit throughout the 3-month retreat, symbolizing the light of the Dharma, guiding the path of study and the observance of precepts. At the ceremony, Most Venerable Tăng Savong elaborated on the profound significance of the Vasa season, praised the merits of those who uphold the Triple Gems, and encouraged the community to live virtuously, diligently cultivate the Dharma, and foster merit and wisdom.
On July 11th, Most Venerable Hữu Hình and the Sangha held the Vasa entering ceremony with traditional chanting and the lighting of candles, symbolizing the illumination of wisdom and ethical discipline.
On the morning of July 11, 2025, at Gosistarang Temple, Chùa Cù Lao, Hưng Hội Commune, Most Venerable Hữu Hình, abbot of the temple, together with Chư Tôn Đức, solemnly conducted the Vasa entering ceremony for Buddhist calendar year 2569. Following the Theravada Khmer tradition, the Vasa retreat spans 3 months from the 15th of the 6th lunar month to the 15th of the 9th. During the ceremony, the monastic Sangha performed prostration to the Triple Gem, recited entrance verses, and lit the Vasa candles, symbols of the Dharma's light illuminating wisdom and guiding the upholding of the precepts and right conduct. On this occasion, Most Venerable Hữu Hình exhorted the monks to be diligent in study and practice, strictly preserve the Vinaya, cultivate compassion, and dedicate the retreat for the peace and well-being of all sentient beings.
In Yarai World, Venerable Thích Minh Giác officiated the groundbreaking of Nhân Duyên Bridge number 5, a community project to improve access and serve school children, reflecting the compassionate engagement of Buddhism in social welfare.
On the morning of July 11, 2025, Venerable Thích Minh Giác, Vice Chair of the Provincial Buddhist Social Charity Committee and Abbot of Tịnh Xá Ngọc Giác, Hiệp Thành World, in coordination with local authorities, presided over the groundbreaking ceremony for Nhân Duyên Bridge number 5 in Hamlet 25, Giá Ward. The bridge is planned to be 1.5 meters wide and 25 meters long, aimed at providing safer and more convenient access for local residents, especially students traveling to nearby primary and secondary schools. The total construction cost of 90 million Vietnamese đồng is being funded by the lay Buddhist community of Tịnh Xá Ngọc Giác, with additional support from generous benefactors, both within Vietnam and abroad. Nhân Duyên Bridge number 5 stands as meaningful community development initiative embodying the Buddhist spirit of compassion and selfless service. It not only enhances local infrastructure but also symbolizes the connection between communities and the bridge path paved for future generations.
Goshen Temple began construction of a community crematorium, a cultural significant and spiritual meaningful facility for the Khmer Buddhist community, supported by benefactors and the local Sangha.
On the morning of July 12, 2025, Goshen Temple in Vĩnh Phước Commune held a solemn inauguration ceremony for the first phase of its community crematory project. The event was led by Venerable Thạch Dương Trung, abbot of the temple, with the presence of Chư Tôn Đức and local authorities. The crematorium will span 1,000 square meters on the temple grounds, with the main chamber measuring 3.4 meters by 4.5 meters. The total estimated cost of 2.5 billion Vietnamese đồng is supported by the Cà Mau Provincial Party Committee, the family of lay devotee Trần Bình and Quách Thị Bích Ngọc, as well as other generous sponsors. In Khmer spiritual tradition, cremation sites carry deep symbolic meaning, embodying the Buddhist teaching of the impermanence and the cycle of rebirth. Existing cremation facility as Goshen Temple is outdated and insufficient, making this new project vital for the spiritual needs of the local Sangha and broader community. Groundbreaking ceremony was conducted with reverence, including traditional chanting and prayers, expressing hope for the project's successful completion and its service to the Khmer Buddhist faithful.
At Vĩnh Quế Temple, Venerable Thích Phước Thiện gave a Dharma discourse on the 6 principles of harmony, emphasizing unity, ethical conduct, and collaborative spirit as the foundation of Sangha life and spiritual development.
On the morning of July 12, 2025, at Vĩnh Quế Temple, Lang Trang Ward, Venerable Thích Phước Thiện, resident monk of Minh Bửu Temple, Đồng Tháp, delivered a Dhamma talk to a large assembly of lay Buddhists on the topic, the 6 harmonious principles. The lecture emphasized that these 6 principles are the foundation of unity within monastic and lay communities. They include physical harmony in living together, harmonious speech free from quarrel, harmony of thought and joy, unity in observing the precepts, shared understanding of the Dhamma, and equitable distribution of material support. Venerable Thích Phước Thiện encouraged the assembly to diligently practice these principles in daily life, preserve harmony, and cultivate sincere effort on the path of Buddhist practice.
Quán Âm Phật Đài Hiệp Thành World, thousands of devotees attended the Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva Enlightenment Day. Despite the rain, the faithful gathered in devotion, chanting, making offerings, and praying for peace and well-being for all sentient beings.
On the occasion of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva's Enlightenment Day, 19th day of the 6th lunar month, temples across Cà Mau province solemnly held commemorative ceremonies to honor the Bodhisattva of Great Compassion. Tăng Ni and lay devotee gathered to chant the Universal Door chapter and the Great Compassion Dharani, paying homage to the Bodhisattva's boundless mercy and selfless vow to relieve suffering. Thousands of faithful practitioners committed to acts of virtue, including adopting a vegetarian diet, performing life release ritual, offering incense and flowers, making charitable donations, and engaging in food deeds to pray for local peace and the happiness of all beings. At Quán Âm Phật Đài in Hiệp Thành World, one of the province's most sacred temples and a spiritual home for devotees of Mẹ Nam Hải. Shepherds respectfully gather on the 18th and 19th days of the lunar month. Despite the evening rain on the 18th, many continue to prostrate and chant before the statue of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. In the gentle drizzle, each step and recitation became a drop of Dharma nectar, calming the heart, dispelling suffering, and guiding the mind towards spiritual clarity. Management board of Quang Âm Phật Đài conducted solemn rituals, including the chanting of the 500 names of Avalokitesvara and the Great Compassion Dharani on July 12 to 13, 2025. These ceremonies were dedicated to national peace, the end of natural disaster, and the successful completion of the Bodhisattva's grand altar. Most Venerable Thích Giác Nghi, head of the management board, called upon practitioners to embody Avalokitesvara's qualities of compassion and equanimity, urged the community to diligently cultivate the Dharma and dedicate their merit to all sentient beings, so that all may tread the path to awakening and abide the true inner peace.
Long Phước Temple hosted its 270th one-day mindfulness retreat with Venerable Thích, offering guidance on proper temple etiquette, encouraging mindfulness and reverence in both body and mind.
On the morning of July 13, 2025, Long Phước Temple, Ward, hosted the 270th A Day of Peace retreat in conjunction with the basic Buddhist study class, drawing a large number of lay Buddhists. During the Dhamma session, Venerable Thích, abbot of Phong Lợi Temple, Ninh Thành Lay Commune, gave a Dhamma talk titled The Deportment of Lay Buddhists at the Temple. The lecture emphasized proper conduct, such as respectful greetings, prostrating with sincerity, walking mindfully, speaking gently, dressing modestly, and maintaining mindfulness in every action. With his humble and Dhamma-infused tone, Venerable Thích reminded that deportment is not merely external behavior, it reflects the practitioner's inner cultivation and reverence for the triple chain. Every mindful gesture contributes to a harmonious environment and nourishes the Sangha's collective awareness.
Pháp Quang Hermitage continues its journey of compassion outreach program, delivering aid to struggling households, exemplifying the Bodhisattva spirit in action.
On the morning of July 13, 2025, the Pháp Quang Charity Committee carried out the 124th installment of its Compassionate Companionship program, offering aid to the family of Miss Ca Thị Trần, 76 years old resident of Yarai Ward. Miss Cung's family faces extreme hardship with no farmland or stable income, relying solely on manual labor for survival. She currently lives with her son in a government-provided compassion house. Over 3 years, Miss Cung has been battling urine fibroids. Since March 2025, her health has significantly deteriorated. Son Phan Hồng Hà is unable to afford the necessary medical treatment. In response to her difficult circumstances, the Pháp Quang Charity Committee, along with generous lay donors, provided a total of 26,650,000 Vietnamese đồng in assistance. This amount, 5 million Vietnamese đồng, was contributed directly by the committee, with the remainder coming from kind-hearted supporters. Visit and donation exemplify the spirit of compassion and solidarity that continue to uplift those most in need within the community.
Monastic delegations from former Dong Hai and Yarai returned to offer support to 3 Vasa retreat centers, reflecting lay devotion and the traditional practice of offering sustenance to practitioners during the brain's retreat.
On the morning of July 16, 2025, 2 delegations from former Dong Hai district led by Venerable Thích Phước Thuận and former Sarai town led by Venerable Thích Nguyện Thành, together with over 600 lay Buddhists, visited and made offerings to the summer retreat monasteries, Long Phước Temple, Vĩnh Trạch Ward, Bạch Linh Temple, Bạc Liêu Ward, and Giác Hoa Temple, Châu Thới Commune. The Vasa retreat is a beautiful tradition in Buddhism, an opportunity for lay practitioners to turn toward the triple chain and support the monastic community during their 3-month retreat. Though the offerings may be modest, They are given with profound sincerity and represent the devoted faith and filial piety of Buddhist disciples, planting wholesome seeds and nurturing the Buddhist mind. At its side, Chư Tôn Đức delivered words of encouragement, praising the faithful of their support, reminding them to diligently practice the Dhamma and uphold true faith. They also commended the spirit of proper offerings, which help sustain spiritual commitment and spread wholesome causes throughout the world.
The Central Nuns Subcommittee visited the Summer Retreat Center at Bạch Linh Temple and Giác Temple on July 16th, led by Senior Venerable Thích Nữ Tịnh Nghiêm. The delegation offered aspiring messages and read the official summer letter, encouraging the bhikkhunis in their monastic training and spiritual diligence throughout the Vasa.
On the morning of July 16, 2025, the Central Nun Subcommittee, led by Senior Nun Thích Nữ Tịnh Nghiêm, Vice Chairwoman of the Central Nun Subcommittee, visited and offered words of encouragement to the nuns observing the Rains Retreat Vasa at the Summer Retreat Centers of Bạch Linh Temple, Bạc Liêu Ward, and Giác Hoa Temple, Châu Thới Commune. The delegation was respectfully received by Senior Nun Thích Nữ Dụ Nghĩa, certified elder of the Provincial Nuns Subcommittee and abbess of Bạch Linh Temple, and Nun Thích Nữ Nghiêm Thành, abbess of Giác Hoa Temple, along with the resident Sangha of bhikkhunis. During the gathering, Senior Nun Thích Nữ Lệ Thuận, Vice Chairwoman and head of the Cultural Affairs Committee of the Central Nun Subcommittee, solemnly read the summer letter issued by the Central Nun Subcommittee to the bhikkhunis in retreat during Buddhist calendar 2569. The letter conveyed compassionate and wise encouragement, urging practitioners to strictly observe the Vinaya, cultivate in abstinence, and diligently pursue the path of study and practice towards spiritual realization. On behalf of both retreat centers, Nun Thích Nữ Nghĩa Trường, head of the Bhikkhuni community at Bạch Linh Temple, reported on the nuns' daily routines and spiritual activities during the retreat. She noted the peaceful environment, structure, practice schedules, and the stable health and harmonious spirit of the resident Sangha. In her concluding address, Senior Nun Thích Nữ Tịnh Nghiêm emphasized the importance of establishing a clear and righteous path of practice, enabling inner peace and clarity as a solid foundation on a journey towards enlightenment and liberation.
Provincial leadership visited Long Phước Temple on July 17 to express support for the Sangha during the retreat period, affirming the vital role of Buddhism in national unity and community development post-provincial merger.
On the morning of July 17, 2025, a delegation from Cà Mau Provincial Party Committee, led by Mr. Hồ Trung Việt, member of the Provincial Standing Committee and head of the Propagation and Mass Mobilization Department, paid a respectful visit to Long Phước Monastery in Vĩnh Trạch Ward. The visit was made to honor and encourage the Sangha members currently observing the traditional Rains Retreat. The delegation was warmly welcomed by Most Venerable Thạch Hà, head of the Provincial Buddhist Executive Board, and Venerable Thích Giác Nghi, standing vice chairman of the board and abbot of the Long Phước Monastery, along with other monastics in residence. During the visit, Mr. Hồ Trung Việt shared update on newly merged Cà Mau province, which now spans nearly 8,000 square meters and is home to a population of over 2.5 million people. He expressed deep appreciation for ongoing spiritual and social contributions of the Buddhist community, especially those from the former Bạc Liêu and Cà Mau areas. He also expressed hope that the Sangha would continue to accompany the government in building a strong, unified province in the spirit of Dharma and nation in harmony. In response, Venerable Thích Giác Nghi thanked the provincial leadership for their continued support and care. He affirmed the Buddhist Executive Board's full alignment with the two-tier government structure and reported on its gradual implementation. This includes the organization of temples at commune level and the restructuring of a unified Provincial Buddhist Executive Board. He also highlighted the progress of the Provincial Buddhist Intermediate School, which now offers elementary, intermediate, and college level education, with plans underway to officially rename the school to match the new provincial framework. In addition, he noted that the Wang Monastery restoration projects remains on track. To mark the occasion, Mr. Hồ Trung Việt presented gifts to the monastic leadership and Sangha members. In return, Venerable Thích Giác Nghi offered commemorative plaques featuring the image of Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara as a symbolic expression of gratitude and blessings. The visit reflects the harmonious leadership between Buddhist community and provincial leadership, reinforcing a shared commitment to cultural, moral, and social development of the new Khamao province.
Venerable Sangha, dear friends in Dhamma, as we reflect on this touching story of spiritual cultivation and compassionate service, we are reminded of the living presence of the Dhamma in everyday life. May the merits of the wholesome activities nourish your path, strengthen your practice, and bring peace to all sentient beings. Thank you for joining us in this week's Buddhist News. Until we meet again, may you be well, may your heart be light, and may the blessing of Triple Gem guide you always. Namo Buddhaya.